So I'm sitting out here with my two grills. I've got a Weber kettle here on my left, and on my right, I've got my Kamado Joe. And I really prefer cooking on my Kamado, but one of the issues that I do have with it, probably the biggest issue with my Kamado Joe, and really with any of the ceramic Kamado style grills like the Big Green Egg, is that you just don't have a lot of cooking surface on it. You can obviously get the bigger versions, but those can run up to like $1,600, which is just a lot. So if I'm making a brisket or something, I may want to be making ribs or chicken or something on the side, and that's just really not possible with an 18-inch grill like this. So the goal today is to figure out if I can use my Weber kettle to smoke on, and yeah, we're gonna figure that out today. It's gonna take a little bit of extra technology, but we're gonna make it happen. So this device is called a slow and sear, as you saw, and the reason for that is that there's two sides of it. You've got the compartment where you put your charcoal. There's a compartment here where you'll pour some water to deflect heat, and then the slow part is that we'll put a grate here and then have the meat cooking here on this side, so it's not on top of the direct heat, but we're generating heat here, and we'll put the smoking wood here too. The smoke will kind of just roll over it. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. We're gonna start by placing a little fire starter down in the corner over here. Cool. A couple of briquettes, whatever. Once this flame gets a little less flamey, we're gonna pour a whole chimney of charcoal on here and get it all going. Then we'll pour the water in there and finally put the meat on. Okay, our first little set of briquettes here is pretty well lit, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the rest of these. So what we want to happen is the fire to start here, and then throughout the cook it'll spread to these other coals. You don't want all these burning at once because the fire will get too hot. And yeah, by keeping it here, letting it spread, it should maintain that temperature. Let's go ahead and add our smoking wood. This is just post oak. Nice Texas flavor. All right, so we want to pour boiling water in here because cold water will drop the temperature too low, too fast. So let's just go over the setup real quick. Slow and sear here. We got the water deflector. We'll fold this back over because it's ready. Got the water in. And then this little piece of redneck engineering is just my temperature probe put through a foil cupcake liner just to keep it off the grill. I don't have one of those little clips, but that should work for now. We're gonna go ahead and put the lid on. And what you wanna do is you wanna position your vent here on the opposite side as your slow and sear. That way the smoke that gets generated here will be drawn across your grill and will come out here. The position you want this is about a third open here, and then down here in your bottom vent, your air intake, you want this about a quarter open. All right, we've got our probe in there, and this is our thermometer here. And the reason we can't rely on this one here is because we've got our vent on this side, we've got our thermometer probe right on top of the searing element. So it's just gonna read a lot hotter than it actually is in the inside the grill. So we're gonna rely on this, which has the temperature probe on the side we're actually gonna cook on. All right, our temp is just over 225 here. That's the number. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the meat on and just kind of hope that it doesn't go too far beyond this number. We can smoke anywhere up to 275. So as long as it's in that range, we should be good for this cook. So I'm about an hour into this cook and it's going pretty well. The temperature is maintained between like 225 to 240, which is exactly what we want. The one issue is that when I take the lid off to check on things, it does drop really drastically and it takes a lot longer to get the temperature back up compared to my Kamado grill. So I think that's the one drawback, but overall it's pretty encouraging that I've been able to keep the temperature with a slow and sear, so going good. Here's one more issue smoking on a Weber. It doesn't have quite as good of a seal along the edge, so you can see a lot of smoke leaking out of there. It's generally not good. For the most part, it's coming out the vent where it's supposed to, but yeah. The chicken's done, only took an hour or so, but we're gonna keep it running just to see what the max cooking time is off of one load of charcoal in the slow and sear. It looks pretty good. It's good. Good smoke flavor. It's got a good pink smoke color too. Nice.
Smoky, juicy. Nice. Good.
It has been close to 5 hours and we are left with probably about a third to a quarter of our charcoal. So I think we could probably get another 2 hours out of this. So I'm gonna say altogether 6 hours of cooking with one load of charcoal in here. So to sum it up, my Kamado Joe is not going anywhere. It's gonna be my go-to when I'm smoking for just a couple of people. But what I really love about what the Slow and Sear gives you is the option to turn, you know, a normal kettle style grill like this into a proper smoker. So if I've got a big group of people, and I've got a lot of friends, so I'm always cooking for lots of people, you know, not just me eating over a trash can. So when that does, if that happens ever, I've got the option, so awesome. I would say overall, I'm gonna give this device an 8 out of 10 because it doesn't quite fit perfectly in the smoker, but for what it does, I think it really accomplishes what it sets out to do.